Hello, hello, hello. I am live. Yes, I am. Not so sure about alive, but I'm live. Almost fell asleep at Janet's stream. Just as I was nodding off, she asked me a question. I heard my name and I woke up. Oh, so I hope I can stay awake. And, hold on. I need to pop out my chat again because my chat doesn't seem to want to work. Dot, I'm awake. I'm here. Where are you? I'm here. All right. So let me send out my Twitter notice. Hi, there's Vaughn. Hello, Vaughn. All right. Wow, so far we've got 2 people, Vaughn and someone who's not talking yet. Well. Hi, Shy. Hi, Shy. Hello. You've been scavenging, have you? Yet. I may, if I have time at the end, maybe I have a couple things collected, like 2 or 3. Your cache. I've had to clear my cache every 10 minutes watching for the last, starting last week. Well, actually, no, since New Year's, but this last week's been even worse. Chrome or Firefox, nothing works for me. Safari worked on New Year's Eve, but so welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. Hey, we still have a little bit of daylight and it's 10 after 5. Slowly getting longer days. Yay. Couple inches of ice on every surface out there. Took hours for the poor guys shoveling to get the steps, the stairs shoveled off to the upper units. These units have like a lower unit. I'm in a lower unit and an upper unit. And they had to go through about 3 inches of ice to get the steps all cleared off for the upper units. And yeah, it took them several hours to do that. Hey, Judy. Hi, Christy. Hello, Denise. Hello, Mandy J. Yeah, they're doing something with YouTube. Something's going on somewhere with YouTube Live. Yeah, Debbie, I got Dee Dee's notification this morning. I got Janet's notification right away. Yours is the only notification. Last night, your notification is the only notification that I didn't get. So, yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. And evening. It's evening now. It's after 5, I guess. Technically, it's evening. Hello, Eileen. Eileen, I was like, you're late. I was only like 3.5 minutes late. So. Oh, really? Ken's Creations? No notifications when he went live. Yeah, it's really strange. Something's going on. Well, I thought today I was going to get my melting pot out, but I just decided I wasn't going to bother. I was too lazy to get it out and plug it in. But what I want to do is I want to play with combinations of Utee and embossing powders. Oh, just a moment. I've got my embossing powder. I should have had it on the top because it's lower. I don't know if my fingers can reach my short arms. Okay. So, just a moment. Sorry, I've got my sweaters in my way on my chair. There we go. Trying to get my legs up. Uh-oh. Just knocked down my baby wipes. Oh. All right. So I've got cups here. I'm not going to mix huge amounts unless I find some, I'm going to write down and keep track of anything that works well. So I want to make more of it in the future. So find a regular pen. There we go. All right. So I want to play with some regular embossing powders. Okay. And I have a lot of these. Some of them I've used more often than others. Some I haven't used it. But I want to play with these and see if I can kind of mix up some cool grungy combinations like Seth made by combining some of these like embossing powders and Utee. Sorry, any that have white caps I usually store upside down so that I can see the color I'm reaching for. That one seems to be leaking all over the place, and I don't know why. Anyway, that's clear embossing powder. But anyway, I've got some glitter, and I've got some that's fine detail, which probably isn't what I'm going to want to use. So let me get out some of my browns. There's a nice plum. That might work in a cool combination. There's like is that mushroom? It looks like mushroom. Yeah, that's mushroom. Adirondack mushroom. I'm going to need my embossing folder. There's Distress Brushed Corduroy. There's like a gold color. That would look nice with some darker browns. This is Judican's Iridescent Sparkle. That might work with a cool combination. Winter Wonderland. This is an opaque embossing powder. It has like glimmer in it, so it looks like snow. There's a red glitter one. This is Zing. I don't know if that's metallic. I have to get my phone out here, my app. That is a embossing powder from whatchamacallit, Lindy's. That's a Lindy's. All right, and then I'm going to need a black. Hey, Sharon. Oh, no. Hey, Monique. Hey, Joan. Hi, Dar. If I missed anyone else. Oh, Judy. You're not feeling well? Oh, okay. Well, you get rest. It's more important. Okay, Dr. Dot. No worries. Hello, Ashley. Welcome. Let's see. What else will I need? I need black for sure. This is terracotta, so it's kind of like a reddish color. Might need that. Copper? Ooh, that might be nice in some. And denim. Maybe I'll eat denim. That's lettuce. And that's white. All right, I've got some Judikins detail white. I won't need that. And this is Stick and Bond. Someone was asking the other day. Stamp and Bond, I mean. Stupendous. Stamp and Bond. This is the embossing powder that when you hit it and melt it, it stays sticky. So then you can add glitter or you can foil with it, use it with the foil. So it's called Stamp and Bond by Stupendous. So someone was asking about that in a stream earlier today or something. Anyway, so I just thought I'd let you guys know. I need to put a shorter one up here so that I can put this taller one down there. Okay, so that's my embossing powders that I might need. All right. Now the Utee, in case a lot of people in the streams this morning didn't know what Utee was. Utee, it stands for Ultra Thick Embossing Powder. Now, I think I'm going to zoom in just a little bit because I'm not going to be, don't need to be that far away. Now, let's just make sure it doesn't need to be. Let's see if it needs to focus at all. Okay, well, that's good. Works. Okay. So I have it in several colors. So the ultra thick embossing enamel. Let's see how detailed you can see here or not. The granules are quite a bit bigger. Embossing powder is just granules of plastic, and it's heat-safe plastic. All right, so it's plastic that's safe to heat. And the Utee is just ground to larger granules. So I have the clear. I have some black. I have this royal blue, or no, it's like sky blue, bright blue. I have pearl. I have green. That would be nice to make like a patina with a copper maybe. This one I used a fair amount of this. This is bronze. I used a fair amount of this when I was making embellishments. This one you can probably see there. That one you can see the granules a lot better. See how big the granules are in that one? Let me show you a brown embossing powder so you can compare. Okay, now this, look at this one. You can hardly see the granules. It's like a fine, fine, fine sand. Yes, there are chunks, but that's just because it got a little moisture. So comparing that to the ultra thick, you can really see the difference. Oh, I was wondering why that wasn't sealing properly. That's because the seal fell out of the cover. One moment, please. That's going to need a little glue or something to hold that in there because it's going to bug me if it comes out every time I take the lid off. These are just little dollar store containers, and little spoons came from the dollar store too, in the party aisle. All right. Oh, I think Stampendous is still around. Oh, really? Yeah. And then I have white. So I have clear, pearl, and white. I also have some beeswax. And since I'm using my heat gun, I can probably use this beeswax. Can I, Eileen? I can't use the beeswax in my I can't use the beeswax in my melting pot because even on low, the melting pot gets too hot for the beeswax. But I think I can use it. In my now these are, I got these on sale when I was down in Austin 5 years ago. I've never used them. What you do is you add them to the white or the clear Utee or embossing powder, and it will color your Utee in the melting pot. Okay, I'll try it. I'll see. All right, there's the little spoons I got for my. So I'm going to take a couple of these out so I can control how much. I'll just have them out there. No idea why my C-spun was in there. No idea. So I've never seen Seth's embossing powders in real life, only on videos. So it's not like I'm trying to, recreate his. Well, first of all, that would be illegal. But what I want to try and do is see what kind of different textures I can create. Sorry, as you can see, these are so well used. They're not even opened yet. I bought all these in Austin. They were on sale. Dirt cheap. They are from a Canadian company too. So for a change, I'm in luck that I'm actually live in where Emerald Creek is stationed. So there's my white. This is just a different brand. This is Melt Art. Oh, it's both Melt Art. This was just the new jarring, the new jars. This is Melt Art too, so I won't have to use that white because I have white. Okay. So let's see. I think perhaps I'm just wondering if I should do a sampling. No, I'm not going to bother. All right. So what I have is I just have these little containers. They're from, there was grated Parmesan cheese in them when I got a delivery. So I just kept them, washed them out. So what the heck did I do with my, I wanted to show you my, where did I put it? Really? I just got, oh, there it is. So I have a Versamark dauber. No, sorry. It's a Ranger. It's a Ranger embossed dauber. So it's not Versamark, but it's the same stuff. It's embossing ink, but it's in a dauber bottle. And that's not open yet either. Hi, Maxie. No problem, Ashley. Okay. Come on. Gosh. Okay. All right. So what should I do first? I'm going to do a mixture with, I want to try that mixture with some of this spruce green. It's called Utee Brights. Spruce green. And I want, that's the mushroom. Where's the copper? I need my phone. One moment, please. I can't see these labels without my phone. Oh, wait, now, maybe, no, that's terracotta. Denim. Oh, there's copper. Okay. See what this zing powder is. All right, I just want to get, oh, it's on low power. Oh, it still has 20%. Will get me a little ways here. Okay. Looking for the color of this zing embossing powder. And it's hard because it's dark. And the American Crafts Zing embossing powder. Metallic finish. Oh, gold. Sorry. Okay, so this one is gold. All right, but I want copper. So my copper is embossing powder, and my green is Utee. What else? I wonder. And I'm just going to mix up enough to kind of do a sample. So I'm not really going to, if I really like them, then I will keep, right? So I don't plan on keeping what I'm mixing up right now. This is just play. Oh, look at that. See? Even with all this perfect setup, I still managed to make a mess. Some bronze too. Oh, good idea. So some of the copper. Maybe I should do my die cuts first. Because I only have 3 of these containers, so I can only mix up 3 colors at a time. See, I went through when in my D-stash, I had some covered containers from Dollarama, you know, little ones, and I sold them all because, you know, I was D-stashing. And the bronze. And then I think this might, oh, I don't know if it needs a little black or not. I may have a little too much green in that. I just kind of wanted a little green to have some smattering of patina, but I might have a little too much green. We'll see. And it may not be dark enough green. I may have to add a smidge of black. And I'm going to use the regular embossing powder, not the Utee black, hoping that it will blend a little more instead of stand out. Don't want too much though, because black takes over. Whether it's paint or embossing powder, black takes over. So I just want a little black in there in case that green is too bright. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to get some cardstock here. And oh, what the heck did I do with my pen? So I used bronze, green, bronze and green Utee, with black. I'm just going to do, and copper. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to do a dot. I'm not sure. This is brand new, so it may take a little bit to... I wonder if I have to take anything off the inside. No. Nothing has to come off the inside. It just has to start coming through the dauber. There we go. All right. All right. And heat gun. Hold on. Doesn't seem to be very bright today. Ooh, sorry, that's way too bright. You guys will want to see this as it melts, so let's see if I can get it any clearer. All right. Ooh, that's cool. Now, I would need some, I don't have any, but you know what would give, you know that, what's it called? The sand texture paste or whatever. That would give you a little more grit. Sand. Ooh, sand would help. If I had some sand, that would make it even more gritty. But that's a cool effect, though. I like that. But see, I'm not going to get the texture that he gets. All right, I want to add, I've got enough here to do another sample. I'm going to add a few of these. Let's see what happens. This is Utee Flex additive. Flexible additive. Flexible additive for Utee. So this, when you put this in with the Utee, it's supposed to make your Utee flexible for on paper or in molds so it doesn't crack on you. But I'm wondering if it might add some texture. But I think sand would be needed. Oh, before I did. Okay, guys, remind me. I want to put some salt in one of these mixes. See if that gives me some texture. Hey, Janet. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Debbie. Oh, yeah, Debbie always said hi. Okay. So I'm just going to use my dauber here. Look, Janet. Embossing ink also comes in a dauber, so you can do like cool circles and stuff. Oh, okay, hold on. I didn't get as much as I want for this sample. All right. I'm not sure if those are going to, maybe it only works in the melting pot, but I'm going to stick one of them on there on purpose. Oh, I know I have some Himalayan salt here, which would add great texture to this. Where is my Himalayan salt? Oh, I don't know where it is. Anyway, heat gun. Put that over there on top of that. That's blowing away. Okay, so those didn't work. They work in the melting pot, I guess. That's all right. Darn it. All right. Oh, sorry, guys. I was holding it up for you and I was off screen. All right, so that's copper, bronze, the green, and a little bit of black to tone down the green a little bit. Okay, I have enough to do another one. I'm going to take those little flexi balls out. But I'm going to add salt. See what happens. We'll see if the salt sticks or if it falls off with the Utee. Hold on, I want to get all those little balls out of there because they won't stick. If I had maybe gel medium or something instead of the Versamark or the embossing ink, these would stick. But yeah, I need some sand or this. We'll see if the salt works to get a little more texture. We'll see if the salt colors or if it stays white. We'll see if the embossing powder colors the salt. All right, because the salt's not going to melt, right? The Utee melts, and it melts thicker than not as fine or detailed as the embossing powder, but it does still melt. The salt's not going to melt. All right, so now let's see what we get. Heat gun. No matter how many times I do this, I still love watching embossing powder melt. Ooh. Now there we go. Look at that. Now once it dries, we'll see if the salt sticks. Look at that. Ah, I did it. I did it. Look at that texture. Look at the difference. I'm sorry, Eileen, what? Put a wax pellet over it? Okay, let me add a wax pellet over one of these other ones. Hold on. Over this one that I just did? Pellet, she means. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Sophia. Just a moment. My wax is not open. So she wants me to put wax pellet on this, and we'll see if my heat gun melts it or not. Without burning the embossing powder. That's the trick. I know, right, Debbie? How cool would that be? Oh, well, Eileen, I would have to do it. Hold on. I need to get this. I need to. Now, the cool thing about this is you can remelt it, and I just knocked over my container there. So I'm going to remelt it, get it hot and wet again. Then I can stick these in so they kind of get grabbed. Now they shouldn't. Now let's see if I can melt them without. Ooh, look, it's running. Oh, look what happened. The wax ran, Eileen, but that's kind of cool. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. No dyes will be damaged in this experiment, Dee Dee. No dyes will be damaged. So that's kind of cool. I like that. All right. So that is copper, bronze, the green. So actually, so it was bronze and green Utee, black fine embossing powder, regular black, just to calm down the green just a bit, because this is a bright like emerald green when it melts, and I wanted more of a patina color. So just a little bit of black to kind of tone it down a little bit. I want to now try. All right, so that is a big yes. That is obviously a huge yes. Love that. And I added salt. Hi, Cardona. Or Cardona, I'm not sure. Oh, yes, true, Cardona. From the bottom. So salt gave me texture. And I'm not sure I would want, that's just regular. Well, no, I shouldn't say it's not regular. It's sea salt, but it's table sea salt. So it's not like huge granules. The huge granules, I think, would get in the way. So, all right. Next up, I want to try this blue. And when I use blue, I like to use silvers. But I'm also going to use a little black. So I'm going to use blue Utee, black Utee. And I think, all right, Jean, where did you put there? You put your phone there. All right. I was going to say, why is, I think this is silver. I want to make sure it's silver and not gray. Yeah, silver metallic. Okay, that's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. No, Janet. No, I learned my lesson the first time. I'm not a slow learner. Just lucky that Utee remelts, let's just say. All right, so this is black. Ooh, it's kind of like shimmery. That's kind of cool. And then the blue iris, it's called. Sorry. So I'm going to try it first without salt, because I want to see what I get without the salt. I'm going to do the same as up here. So I'm going to do without the salt, with salt, and then with wax. Yeah, I've used this. I must have another silver, because I know I've used silver before on cards. Okay. So first, without adding any salt. So the silver should give it a little metallic hue. We'll see if, I don't want to like totally, completely mix it up, but oh, for heaven's sakes, I can never, I always lay things down and then I can't find them. What the heck did I do with my pen? And I have to make someone in charge of keeping track of where I lay down my pen. My luck, it probably fell on the floor. All right, it's not like that I don't have other pens, but honestly. Okay. Gosh. It's annoying. So, this has blue and black Utee and silver. Hey, Norma. Hey, Ashleus. Hey, Kimberly. Hello, Jillian. I'm playing with some embossing powders and seeing if what I can mix together to make some really great. And if I make some really great mixes, then I'll buy some extra containers next time I'm at Dollarama. And tomorrow I have to go out to get a few groceries, if the roads are okay, that is. Ooh, this is going to look cool, I think. Keegan. I am from New Brunswick on the east coast of Canada. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't that be great for like a mermaid's tail? I don't know if Z's watching, but look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little salt to that mix. Okay. And the silver gives it a nice little pop of metal. Now, for those of you who've just come in, we discovered that salt is great to add some extra texture to your embossing powders. Okay, this one I'm going to try and hold up a little more. All right, I'm just going to, I need a little more layered on that. I didn't get enough Utee on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry. Let it cool, I mean. And I'm going to put more. Yep, just table salt, sea salt, table sea salt. So it's a little bigger granules than just your table salt, but it's not huge like regular Oh. Ziyung. Hello. Remember not to flood chat. So I'm going to waiting for this to cool. And then add a little more Utee for another layer. Maybe I should be doing each one on a separate card. You know, that would be easier. I'm gonna cut up my cardstock. Oh, and I need to be doing these on black as well as white. Yeah, Himalayan. Well, I know I bought Himalayan salt, Debbie, but it's not here in my craft room. And I bet my cleaner, when she was here, she may have put it, she probably put it out in the kitchen because not knowing that I needed it. I had it in here on my desk. But look at that texture. You don't need the Himalayan salt. The Himalayan salt may be too much. Look at that. And the Himalayan salt may be too big and too heavy to kind of stick to your Utee. So let's see if this salt's going to come off now. This one's been dry a while, and it's not coming off. No, it's not coming off. All right, so I am going to yeah, I know. This is not me. Cutting without my so not me. All right, so before I forget, and while I still have a little bit of those colors in the container, let me grab a black here. I think I have a black. I should have a black. That one's kind of curled up on one end, but that doesn't... Oh, now I'm dropping stuff. Oh, there's black. Okay. See, I can't cut straight if my life depended on it, just so you know. That's why I never cut with scissors. Bye, Monique. Yeah, the salt should stay because it's surrounded and coated in enamel. And if you were worried about that, you could just put a layer of gel medium over it. All right, so that one you can see there's without the salt. So you still have the texture of the color, but here you have also have the like physical texture as well of the salt added. All right, so let's try this blue on the black. And I can't do the plain blue because I've already added salt to it, but so we'll get the idea of it with salt. So once again, black Utee, blue Utee, and silver metallic regular embossing powder. So the silver is regular because I don't have any metallic Utee. So heat gun. There. Taking a minute to warm up my gun again, even though it wasn't. There we go. Ooh. So that's nice even on the black. On a splotty stamp, oh, I don't know if I have enough of that blue left. Oh, I might. You're going to make me go over and get my stamp binders out, Eileen? All right, so let's try. Maybe I'll do it. I'll get the stamps later, Eileen. We'll see what I have. All right, so that's the blue. All right. Now let's try the green. I have a little bit of the green left. Yeah, well, depends on where it is if it fell over. I have no idea where my green one is. Oh, it probably fell over somewhere. Where did it go? Even if it fell over, I should see it. That's the extra one. All right. See, this used to happen to me all the time when I did mixed media. All the time, I constantly, Paula and I both, constantly lose stuff on our desk. Stuff that we've just had in our hands. I mean, even if it tipped over, it should still be somewhere on my desk making a mess. Right? Well, maybe I'm going to have to mix more of that green one to put on black. Oh, for goodness sakes. Wow, that's very strange. All right. Snicker. No, it didn't fall on my lap, but if it fell off the desk, it's on the floor somewhere, and I'll never find it. So, oh well, too bad. I'm down to 2 containers now. I didn't think ahead to choose a spot to sit them down. It's not over here by my salt. Anyway, all right. I think I'm going to want to use that green, so I'll make more of that in the end anyway. I wonder if it fell off into the, hold on. Got a garbage bag hanging on my drawer. I wonder if it fell into the garbage bag by mistake. No, normally I would hear it fall. And I don't feel it in there, so don't worry. It's a clean garbage bag. It just has a... All right. So what is the next mixture I want to make? Anyone have any ideas? I want to do something with the terracotta. So let's do terracotta, and then we're going to do black Utee. Bronze Utee. Let's do that. Oh, I'm sorry. I looked on my lap. Splot the dauber. Okay, I'm gonna splot the dauber. I don't know the inks. We'll see if it works, Eileen. I'm not sure if the ink is thin enough to kind of splot, but I will try. So terracotta is regular embossing powder. Then black Utee and bronze Utee. Hello, Adidol. All right. Might get a little more texture, Eileen, but it's not really like splatting. But I will get my splat stamps out later. So this is first without salt, just to see what kind of effect we get. Heat gun. Yeah, I don't have a pet though. Okay, it doesn't have enough black in it. Needs a little more black for the, probably not for the black cardstock, but definitely for the cream cardstock. Definitely needs more black. So they're getting, I can see a little more of the terracotta versus the bronze in this one. Hi, Pam. I'm experimenting with embossing powders. All right, so it needs more black. Always a little worried to put don't want to put too much black in. And I'm going to add, oh, I think it might need a little more bronze now too. And salt. Salt's for texture for those who are just coming in. It was funny. I didn't think of the salt at all until I was like live on the air. And it just kind of like hit me. I was like, oh, salt. All right. So I'm just trying to make some nice textured. Maybe if I squeeze it while I splot it. Because it's thicker than paint, the paint daubers. But it's going to give me a little more texture. All right, let's try the black one first. So this is what it looks like before you melt it. So the salt gets colored when the enamel and embossing powders melt. And it also gets kind of glued in there. And this is never going to look exactly the same when you're doing together because it's got different colors in it, so they're going to sit differently on your image every time. So you're never going to get exactly the same kind of, that's cool. See, this one has a little more, the black shows up obviously more than the black's going to show up on the black cardstock. Although you can see some black granules intermixed in there. Oh. Oh my, Eileen. Woo! All right, I need to do something with plum. I want to do something with this plum. This is a Lindy Stamp Gang embossing powder. What's it called? Oh, Gilded Burgundy Brass. Oh, this will be for Joycey. Joycey will like this one. Oops. So I think that I would want to do maybe the clear Utee. Oh, pearl. No, it probably already has. It already has tons of pearl. So if I do the clear Utee and this burgundy, because then that it won't lighten. If I use white, it's going to lighten the burgundy, and I don't want the burgundy lightened. So if I do clear, I wish I had silver in the Utee. But I don't. So I'm going to use the regular silver. Okay. I'm putting this up on my... Oh my gosh, there's my other one. It was empty, so I had it sitting underneath the third one. Anyway, I used it all. Okay. All right, so we are using clear embossing powder. Or clear Utee, excuse me. So it's the thicker, larger granules in the clear. And then the silver. And the reason I want to use that clear the Utee is just to give us a little more oomph, a little more thickness to the to our end result. All right, so this is clear Utee and the burgundy Lindy's and silver. All right, do it on black. And on the hey, Mindy. So first without salt. And I'm making all that noise because Eileen wants me to make splots. This is going to be cool, I think. Heat gun. My poor heat gun's getting quite the workout tonight. Now this might be nice with some green in it too. But we'll see what happens with just the plum. The thing is with the Lindy's, you're going to have more than one color in it already. Ooh. That's cool. That's really cool. Now, obviously, all right, so this is a good example. Some embossing powders, are translucent, some are opaque. Obviously, as you can see, the Lindy's is transparent because on the black, all that showed up is the silver. And the black just looks a little darker. Okay, so obviously, well, there's a little bit of a greeny hue to it too, but all right, so that's good to know that Lindy's Stamp Gang one is a translucent, obviously a translucent, transparent embossing powder. All right, let's get a little more texture, adding some salt. Hey, Kathy, I am playing with some embossing powders, mixing them up, Utee and embossing powders, and adding salt to get some textures. So far, we have this, and then this is with the salt. We also put a couple of beeswax pellets on top of it, and so it kind of melted off a little. But that's with the salt. And this is no, that's a different one on black. This is slightly different colors. Without the salt there on the left, with the salt. And this is this one on black, without the salt, with the salt. Where's the blue one? Oh. I don't know where my blue one went on white, but there's my blue one with salt. Blue, black, and silver. blue Utee, black Utee, and silver regular embossing powder. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it was just sideways. And there's that blue one on, that's without salt and with salt. You can see the extra texture. So I'm just trying to kind of get some of that texture yumminess that Seth Apter has in his. So yeah, Himalayan, well, it is a rock salt, but there's the pink Himalayan salt, and it's supposed to be, I don't know, the best kind of salt for you. I don't know. And you're supposed to not need nearly as much of it. And then this is the most recent one that I now have to do with the salt added. And it's clear Utee. What is it? Clear Utee, silver Utee, and plum, gilded burgundy brass. Gilded burgundy brass. And we discovered that Lindy's gilded burgundy brass is pretty transparent because it doesn't show up on the black. Another reason why it's good to swatch your supplies, because you find out things like that. And you don't get in the middle of a project and have your last layer be this gilded brass embossing powder, only to find out that it's transparent and kind of change the whole effect of your project. See, the burgundy basically disappears, just makes the black blacker. Still an interesting effect. It's just not perhaps what you want. Oh, see, the brass is showing up a lot more there. But see, your mix is gonna be a little bit different every time because of adding. We've got some blank spots there where the clear Utee is showing through the cream. So that's cool. Hey, Jilly. Yeah, it's sea salt, but it's already ground. So it's still fairly smallly ground. All right. So it's not the sea salt that you get for your salt grinder. It's already ground. So it's sea salt, but it's for the table. It's already ground. But it's still giving me good texture. So that's really cool. I really like that. I'm going to have to put that in my memory because I really like that gilded burgundy brass, Lindy Stant Gang. All right. I want to do something with white. And I want to do something with this gold. I'm going to do something green and gold. You know what I want to do? I want to do black and white with the silver. Or do I want to do copper with it? Black and white. Let's do brass. Let's do all Utee. Let's do all Utee. So I'm going to do black, white, brass. Okay. I'm putting this on top of there so I don't forget where it is. Oh, hold on. This needs to get wiped out a little better. Okay. All right. Oh, rock salt's not edible. Oh, yes. Well, Himalayan salt is. Sorry. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use black, white, and bronze. And I'm going to be very careful. I don't want to mix it up quite as much this time. So I'm going to just kind of do it a couple of shakes because I want to have it a little bit more. Good, Jean. And I'm just kind of trying to do maybe equal amounts of each. Not that it matters, but then I'll see. So this time I'm just going to do a couple of shakes. Okay. Oh, sorry, Judy. Hi, Beth. I am just experimenting, mixing embossing powders and seeing what kind of texture I can get. And I am going to emboss some alphabets because I know the Wanderlust lesson, they just left them all, I think, white or something, but I'm not going to do mine white because I think I have too much white, but we'll see what happens. Because the ultra thick does give you more texture, but it does still melt, so you don't get that kind of, granulated look, but the salt kind of does that. So that's, I don't know if I left enough room for the salt example, but that's all right. We'll do it. All right, heat gun. My plans for this? Well, I just wanted to have these ideas so that, in the future, if I wanted a really cool effect in my mixed media, like, for example, for sand or for rocks or for something. I just wanted to find a way to get more texture out of my embossing powders. So that's the plans. That's why I'm only mixing little bits. I'm not mixing enough right now to have them left over. I'm writing down what I'm using so that I can go back at some point if I want this effect, you know? So that was kind of the plan, but I am going to die cut some letters to use in one of my Wonderlust projects. If I ever get to the point of doing that. That's kind of cool. The black doesn't show up though. Only the brass and the white is showing up because of the black. So I think this might be a better effect on the regular. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that. But this mix needs a green. You know what? I'm going to add a green. I'm going to add a little green. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Nah, let's just add some salt. I probably am going to have enough left to... Hey, Dee. Yeah, it does. It kind of looks like granite, doesn't it? All right. Let's see how this turns out. See, that brass has a bit of a green tinge in it anyway. So I'm getting a little bit of a green, which is, I think, why I want a little bit more green added. It's kind of hard for you guys to see the difference in texture, but there's a few flakes there that didn't melt. All right, let's see what's this in on the black. So this is brass and black and white without and with salt. All right, now I'm just going to add a little wee bit of the green and see which I like better. So I put about half as much green as I put in of the black and the white. Of course, there's not as much black and white now there, so it's probably about the same amount. Let's just see what happens. Just adds a little bit more of that green. Yeah, I really like it with the green and added to it. Even though there is green here from the brass mixing with the black. Oh, Eileen, of course you would have. Well, I do have the last three. I have little bits from the last three, Eileen. So let's do that. I don't have any of the blue, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little blue into it. Because it was blue and silver, and I have silver from one of the others. So I'll add a little blue, and let's see what we get. I love that blue. The blue is very pretty. Now, did I use all my black cardstock? I think so. So another... Got a disaster going on here. Oh, I was going to say, I knew I left black somewhere. All right, so this is a mix of everything. So I'm not going to label it because it's just a mad mix. So I think I'll use my embossing pad for this. Should have had this down all along. So I'm going to use my, oh look, it's got pretty colors on it. I'm just trying to use. Oh, good, Jean. Totally missed the container. All right, let's see what we have here. Get any excess off. All right. Heat gun. By the way, Utee is thicker, so when it's hot, it tends to be a little, when it's melted, it tends to be a little hotter than regular embossing powder too. You can burn yourself on with it. So be careful. I really like it on the white. I really, really, really like that. Or on the cream cardstock. It's probably even nicer on white. I tend to like cream rather than white. I don't really like stark white. It is cool on the black too, but you can see it's quite different. Amazing, huh? Isn't that nice? Now I'm going to try something, Eileen. I bought this beeswax, and by the time I did and realized I had to have a second insert for my melting pot in order to use it, the melting pot wasn't out anymore. So I haven't used this beeswax, but it does melt with my heat gun, so that's good to know. I'll just have to be careful because you don't want to. All right, so what I have to do though is I'm going to heat this back up so it's hot, so that I can get the wax stuck in it. And as Cordona reminded me, if you melt from the bottom, these won't blow off. So I'm melting from underneath. Until I can tell that they're starting to melt and that they're not going to blow off. Be careful because this will go in flames. It's just wax. Clear beeswax. I'll let that dry. Hi, Joan. That's nice. So I didn't, I didn't make sure it was like even or anything. So it gives you more texture, see? Okay, so now trying to decide what I want to do. I don't know. I think I want to decide which one I want to do for my project. I think I really like the blue one. So if I am going to So I think I'm going to mix up some of that, and I'm going to adhere it to some chipboard. And I think I have cut chipboard pieces left over, saved here in one of these. One moment, please. I'm going to mute. Because I need to get this chipboard. Be right back. Well, okay. So, I guess I must have thrown out all those extra chipboard pieces, of course, when I was cleaning up last time. And now I need them. Isn't that always the way? Yep. I had them there for like 3 years in that drawer. My bottom drawer under my desk. Never used them, so I said, hey, it's been 3 years. Haven't used them. I'm going to toss them. Tossed them like 3 weeks ago. Well, just before Christmas. And guess what? Now I need them. Isn't that always the way? Yeah, I probably should gesso. Oh, unless I use my, no, I don't want to use my white chipboard. This is an old oh geez Louise, I tell ya. This is an old blade that I keep just for cutting chipboard because it really dulls the blade very quickly, and once you cut chipboard, you can't cut paper. Well, you can, but it'll look terrible. You would give them a base coat first, gesso. All right. Let me get my gesso. Okay, got my gesso. All right, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So is the buffering bad, guys? I know I had to keep clicking live at Janet's. Get a card. You know, those fake credit cards that those credit companies. Oh, of aqua or blue? No. I don't think I have aqua or blue to use. Oh, for goodness sakes. Well, I would want to gesso first anyway, even if I did do blue. Because it's chipboard, it's going to soak paint in like crazy. So. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, poured out a little more than I needed. It's okay. I'll just gesso this other piece while I'm here. All right, heat gun again in a moment here. You can see how absorbent this chipboard is by how much it's bending, absorbing that wet. All right, heat gun, where'd it go? There you are. Okay, Debbie, bye. Yes, Beth. Dee Dee showed me when I was little. I've tweeted the pictures many times, so yeah. I'm not nearly that small anymore. 5 pounds a year for 40 years. That's a lot. Let's just say. All right, so I'm only going to need one of these right now. So I'll put one aside. I don't think I'm going to bother painting it as well. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. The reason is that I can go back and, sorry. I can go back once I cut the, I'm going to emboss this. And then once I cut my letters, if there's any letters that have a lot of white or craft sticking through, then I can always add more embossing powder and fix it up. So I think I'm just going to do it this way. So I'm just going to leave that for the moment. And that's really a mess. Now my garbage bag fell because I was getting into the drawer there. Yeah, making a mess on my desk. Mixed Media Monday means a mixed media mess. Okay. And I've got Jessel all over my shirt. Oh, well. I guess it's a art shirt. Okay. So I am mixing up blue, black, and I do have one cover, so if I have any left over, that's fine. If I have to mix more, I can always mix more. and silver. Just wiping my little spoon off in between. And I'm doing it this way instead of doing each letter because it's in the end going to end up being faster. And I'll be able to do something with the negative space probably, so I'm not worried. So I'm going to dump it off. So you can see the blue kind of, even though I shook it up and mixed it, the blue still kind of sank to the bottom. It seems like the blue, well, obviously it's going to be heavier than the silver because it's larger, but seems to be even heavier than the black was. Try and get a little bit more blue down this end here. There's a lot of silver down here, so I'm just going to try and get I probably don't need it right down to the end. I can't remember exactly how long that die is. All right, and I'm just going to try and make it stick. All right, let's see what that's going to look like. Uh-oh, buffering. Sharon, no, I dried the gesso. Then I used I could have put it in the gesso, but it may have soaked in. The gesso probably would have colored, because gesso's not clear. If I used clear gesso, I probably could have put it right in the wet. I used Versamark. So I just squished my Versamark pad all over the dry gesso. Okay, so I'm back. All right. I'm going to make sure it gets nice and hot here. There we go. All right, now it's melting. Takes a little longer to melt the Utee than regular embossing powder just because it's thicker. I know I should have done a green, a black, and a gold. I may have to do that before I leave because I think that's going to be pretty. Green, black, and gold. So I didn't try that gold embossing powder yet with anything. And I don't know if I mind that white showing through necessarily. I'll see when the letters, and if I want more on it, I can do it by individual letter. This is a big piece, so it's taken a while to melt it all. I think it definitely needs more black. I was worried I had too much black in it, but I'll have to look up closer up though, of course. I can't really see it from this far back. I know. No matter how long I've been embossing, Vaughn, I still love it watching it melt. It's cool. I think it needs some. So you can see the huge difference there where there's a lot of silver that didn't melt. There we go. But you can see the difference in the texture, even with the salt there in that section that has the silver, that it's a lot smoother. But that turned out cool. All right, so I'm going to mix up. I didn't try. I did the green with copper, but I didn't do it with gold. So I'm going to do black, Utee, the green Utee, and the gold embossing powder. All right. Well, there it is. Let's make sure I've got the right one. I think this is the gold. It's darker than it looks. Yeah, gold. All right. Let's see what this is going to look like. And I need to mix a good amount. Because I use that whole amount. I know I'm going to like this. So I do want more than I had last time. I'm going to put the salt in before I put the gold on. This is Wow by American Crafts. Or no, Zing, I mean, by American Crafts. Going to be pretty. My reproducing deli paper. Patty sent me this like 4 years ago, and like it's never gonna. Not that I'm unhappy about that, because it's hard to get in Canada. Okay, so my ink pad. It shouldn't, Eileen. It shouldn't. It's on there pretty good. But we shall find out. You'll hear me cry if it does. I'm just holding it up to see if there's any places that I missed getting sticky. Oh, this is going to be scrumptious. I can feel it in my bones. You can see the spots of the deli paper that I got embossing ink on. All right. Are you guys ready? I've had my big shot for like 7.5 years, almost 8 years, and I've only broke one plate. Now, I don't use it as much now as I did in the beginning, but in the beginning I used it a lot. Sorry, I have to hold it on an angle so I can tell by the glare of the light when it's melting. Because you don't want to burn it either. Mine's not the plus either. The plus is just wider, right, Eileen? Cuts. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. No, wider and a lot bigger. Does it cut the AccuCut dies, Eileen? They're so expensive, though. I could never afford them anyway. I don't really have any big dies to go through the plus. I see that Sizzix now has a big shot foldable. So the sides fold up like the Cuttlebug, but it's a big shot. Oh yeah, so it's really big. You need a table all its own. Yeah. I remember when Mitzi got the AccuCut. Or was it the Big Shot Plus that she got? No, she got the AccuCut. I remember her unboxing the AccuCut. I'm pretty sure it was the AccuCut she got. I think I prefer the green with the copper than the gold, but it's nice still. This would be nicer at Christmas with the gold, but I think I prefer the copper with it, but that's all right. I still like this. How fun is that? But I really need to look into metallic because I would rather my gold be the same texture. I have to look into getting the metallic Utee. Although that's kind of cool too. Yeah, the Vagabond. And they're still selling for $2.50 on Amazon. I'd like to know, Eileen, I'd like to know how many Tim has gone through of those. Because I know he uses it all the time. I bet he's gone through like 50 of them, I bet. And it's like very textury, the salt. I'm going to wait till it cools down before I go and cut it. Hey, Lisa. I know, it's cool, isn't it? Because it's powders, it doesn't totally mix, so you can see the granules of black in with the green. But because the gold is a smaller grain, it does kind of mix a little more when it melts, but it gives you a different texture in those areas. But it tends to stay a little more together. All right, so I'm going to use this is the first, one moment, please. I'm going to mute so I can get out of my chair here. Be right back. Sorry, I had this all within reach, but then it got messed up when I was. So the first big word die that Timmy came out with was his wordplay, which has lowercase and numbers plus the ampersand. So and whatever paper I cut with them last has gotten stuck in a couple of places. But I'm going to leave it there. And you have to put the plate on upside down. So that your alphabet comes out correctly, I think. Maybe I should test that theory because I can't remember. I have to look. One moment. Are the letters backwards on here? Yes. I was right. I think. One moment, please. I don't want to ruin my paper. I'm pretty sure you put it upside down, but that bend is that way, so I'm going to use it this way. I just put one little piece on there to test a letter. Oh, and I didn't even go down far enough to cut it. I'm just going to come back because there's more room this way to catch it. Okay. RST came this way. So, yes, I was right. Welcome back, Norma. Yeah, I love this die too. It's a great alphabet. I do like his new one that's out, though, this year, Eileen. I do like his new alphabet. It's kind of skinnier and longer and kind of cool. And it has upper and lower on the same die. All right, so see how this, because of the way I had it in last time, it's bowed this way. So this time I'm going to flip it over. You're not buying it? Oh, I probably won't either, because I only got this one because I happened to get it on a 50% off sale somewhere. They're like $60 here in Canada. Well, and that was like 3 years ago when I got this one, or 4 years ago, however long ago it came out. Diane. Oh, hi, Diane. Oh, upper with numbers, Diane? Oh, wait a minute, maybe. Oh, could be. Could be. Oh, and hi, by the way. Oh, I probably should have put it through a second time. Dang it. I did not think of that. And it peeled apart, the chipboard. And I'll never get it lined up again. And it's stuck. I should have waited longer because it must have been still a little wet. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? I should have put it through a couple of times. Okay, note to self, emboss. Darn it, I should have tried the blue one first. Well, I guess I should have embossed the letters. It's too thick. It was too thick to cut all the way through with all that Utee on it. Dang it. Hi, Ashley. I was trying to cut the letters out of my embossed chipboard. Well, I guess it's thick enough, Eileen, that I can probably... I was trying to get the letters thick enough for that project, but I guess I could just do it on cardstock. I'll have to just do it on cardstock. I am not going to emboss. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get... Because I don't have chipboard letters. I don't have... Uh-oh, I just pulled out the whole piece of... I'm going to have to glue that back in. Okay. Otherwise, I might cut myself. It's like sticking to the foam. It's like glued in there. All right, I'm going to take some. I have my glossy accents right here. That one's coming out too. Look at that. The L turned out great because it's nice straight lines, so there was nothing fancy to cut to get all clogged up. I have no grunge letters. I have no cutout letters. I don't have any thickers. I have nothing. That's why I was going to cut my own, because I don't have any. I don't buy stickers or thickers or grunge letters or anything like that. I must learn patience, Diane. Certain things I have patience with. Things that go wrong that are supposed to go right, I don't have much patience with. Now, where's the other one that was coming out? This one, I think, wasn't it? Oh, which was the other one that I pushed in? Darn it. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll find out next time. So, well, that's what this is. This is chipboard. It's just, I guess I should have cut it first before I did all the Utee on it. But I don't know. I'll have to find a use for this somehow. Maybe they'll punch out. Oh, look, they're going to punch out. Okay, hold on. I'll get those out later off camera. Hold on. Let me see how many of these, if I can save enough of these, because I only have a small page, right? My journal's small. So the L works. The O is good. Let's see if I have enough. The P is good. The F, I can probably hide that part under another one because they layer, right? The G, I can hide this part. I can hide the parts under that are messed up. So the number 4 is okay. All right, let's see how much of these I can get popped out. I think the biggest issue was I didn't wait long enough that some of the Utee was still wet. It wasn't totally cooled. I think that was the biggest issue, and so it stuck to the foam. Because they're cut, I think they're cut right through. I don't know why the J is backwards. Okay, that's going to need my little scissors to get the center out. I don't know where they are. So it would have taken forever to emboss each one individually. There's the bee. Lost my dots for my eyes, but that's okay. They really stuck in the they stuck in the die, the I and the J. Oh, okay, so that one's not a J. What the heck letter is that one? That looks like a backwards J. It must be something that came apart. Because there's the J. There's a real cool, that's the inside of the O. Yeah, I'm going to have to take my scissors to some of these to get the back, because the back layer didn't cut all the way through the top layer. But anyway, so there's enough for me to use on my page. So I'm going to stop here, guys. My knees are starting to ache, so I need to get an Advil into me. And so fun with embossing powders. So we all know that salt added into Utee can make that great texture that similar to what Seth Apter gets in his embossing powders. So no, it wasn't an L, because there's also an L. It was round like a J, so it's, I don't know what it fell off. See, there's the L. Oh, you know what? It's half of the U. It's half of the U. That's what it is. No, because there's the U. It's half of something. Part of the H or something. Anyway. So a lot of those I'm going to need to go through with my little snippy scissors and cut them apart. So thanks, everyone, for coming to watch me play with embossing powders. And I'll see you all on Thursday for Transparent Thursday. So I'll be doing a watercolor. So thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.